I grew up in a home with an English literature professor as mother. And now, as an adult, I can reflect back on the positives that came from that. But of course, at the time, I thought it was terribly unfair. I had to start every paper a week in advance and go through many edits. I was never the kid that got to start the night before and finish in the middle of the night. But she taught me something critically important, and that is that writing is a way to not just communicate, but to think and ask questions. And that the writing process is something that almost is never done. You can edit and edit and edit. She had something called a 25-cent sentence, right, which was the perfect sentence where it conveyed succinctly all of your thoughts. So I think that growing up in a home like that really gave me an appreciation for not just writing, but reading and literature. And my senior year of high school, I asked my mom to come into my classroom and teach. And she actually taught one class of senior English. And she asked me, well, what would you like me to teach, Mirah? You have to learn something. And I asked for Shakespeare. And we read 2 books the entire semester, As You Like It and King Lear. And really, it was just absolutely amazing how taking the time, I mean, think about it, only 2 books in an entire semester for seniors in high school, to really understand the words and then write about them. We had to write a paper every week. And she never gave a topic. It was, what questions do you want to ask about whatever you've read this week? And it really had a profound effect on me. And in fact, it had a profound effect on her as she then re-entered the classroom every time one of my 3 younger siblings hit their senior year. For my brother, she taught sports literature. For my sister, she taught poetry and Middlemarch. They read Middlemarch. She laughs. She was telling me this story the other night when we were recollecting about her English classes, and she said when they started, she had 3 or 4 boys signed up, and then they all saw how big Middlemarch was, and they all dropped out of the class. But I just really appreciate her and what she gave me. And in fact, that love for literature didn't just happen, didn't just apply to me, but my sister, who is 8 years younger than me and has just published her 2nd novel. I'll never forget reading the first draft of her first novel. I'm her copy editor, so I look for the missing periods and commas and things like that. But it was such an insight into the amazing grown woman that she has become, and the way she thinks of things and can express them. And I really could never, I could never imagine myself doing that, but it was just such a great insight into my sister, and it's really deepened our relationship. So I think that the Humanities has had a profound effect on my life and my family's life.